All right, Larry Bird said he doesn't think Steph Curry is the best shooter of all time. And I think he got a point, even though I still consider, after reading this, Steph Curry is the greatest shooter I've seen. People say he's the greatest scorer of basketball. I can't say he's the greatest scorer, but I can say he's the greatest shooter. He up there in the scoring, though, but I would say, like, Jordan Durant would be great. I think T-Mac was the greatest scorer than him, but, I mean, it's just he didn't have as much success winning. I mean, just imagine if we were just talking about me and Kobe, just about T-Mac should have made it, and I'm just thinking like, hey man, had he had Grant Hill healthy, man, that would have been serious, bro. And man, I mean, he said he had T-Mac, he couldn't get it done. So I mean, he had Yao Ming and he couldn't get it done. So I mean, so be it, man. It is what it is, man. But let's talk about this. Check the NBA Talk playlist out. Subscribe to the channel. Share the video, and we just talked about the NBA 75 team earlier. So by the time you see this, the NBA 75 video should be up. But some of the guys I didn't know, like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 of them, maybe 5 at the most, I wasn't familiar with. But most of them I knew. George Garbage, the Nate Thurmans, the Lenny Wilkins. Most of them I did know. So, my favorite player, one of the favorite players on that list, I'm glad he made it, was Pete Maravich. He was above it, way ahead of his time with the trickery and stuff that he did. But here you go. And I was reading this the other day. I meant to get to it like yesterday and the day before yesterday or something like that, and I didn't. But today I got to it. And it's good that, because Friday is always the toughest for videos. Friday is always that week, that Friday, Saturday. Now, if it's a fight Sunday, cool, or fight Saturday, cool. But like Friday is that day that it's like the toughest day to come up with videos. Don't too much things happen on Friday. I don't know why, but especially early on. I like Fridays, even though today ain't the case, I like to get all my videos out the way early and then build on what I did later on. Like if I got a breaking news video I build, or if I'm done for the day, I could push some things over to Saturday. But, you see, Larry Bird doesn't think Steph Curry is an all-time great shooter. Okay, hold on. It says the emergence of Steph Curry in the NBA world really changed the way, y'all see this, the game is played globally. That's globally. The prettiest shot in all of basketball propelled Curry into a immaculate stardom, as everybody considered him one of the best players in modern NBA basketball. After 3 championships, 2 MVP, Steph is still going at it, even at 33 years old, due to his best skill being timeless. Younger NBA fans are all in consensus agreement that Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. And it's hard to counter that argument when you look at the stats and by the eye test, but you have to pay respect to the old school guys who were playing way ahead of their time. Steph Curry changed the game with his ability to shoot from deep, but also benefited massively from it as a fast-paced open court, ideally suited for Steph's skills. But if some of the best three-point shooters of the 80s and 90s and 2000s played today, they would have been even more prominent careers. Larry Bird managed to become one of the best players, even though he was playing in the 80s. But that is because Bird had an all-around game game to complement the beautiful jumper. So who better to ask is one of the best shooters of all time, Larry Legend, when making an appearance on the Dan Patrick Show back in, this is 2015, all right? I don't know, but we're going to talk about it. Bird asks if he thinks Curry is the best shooter of all time. Bird disagreed with the statement, even though he gave Steph kudos. Bird listed a few classic names, but also interesting names you wouldn't think of instantly. He said, quote, I don't know about that. Chris Mullins was pretty good. How about Mark Price, deep shooters? Curry is one of the best. Reggie hit as many big shots as if you go back and look over the years, anyone either to tie the game or go up by one or win the game as many as anybody. I've seen it. I played against him. I coached him. The thing is, anybody can shoot when it's tied. It's when you're down 1 or 2, how many guys can make a shot. And that's fair criticism. That's fair criticism, honestly, man, because Steph somebody said he hit a shot in the Oklahoma City Thunder series before, KD came over. And that's cool, but that's a criticism that Steph ain't really showed up at a bigger moment. And that's the only thing that you can make a case that Ray Allen and Reggie Miller have done, and Larry Bird has done more than him, is hit those big shots. But I think his resume is so strong all the way around that I don't think it matters. Honestly, I don't think it matters. His resume is so strong all the way around from, maybe he wasn't the greatest, mid-range shooter, but I think he would be right there with anybody shooting wherever. And, at the end of the day, he changed the game. That's one thing you got to look at it with with Steph Curry. He changed the game. He has more impact on the game in the last 21 years than anybody. And you talk about guys like Allen Iverson, guys like Kobe, Shaq, Chris Webber, LeBron James. You talk about a lot of guys, Dirk Nowitzki was, whatever. You can say Dirk Nowitzki, but other than Dirk Nowitzki, who else? Nobody's changed the game more than Steph Curry single-handedly. And Dirk Nowitzki helped Kevin Garnett and Michael Jordan was the ones to show the NBA that you didn't need an inside big man to be able to win games in this league. That's true. Jordan took the game out the big man, and Dirk Nowitzki helped the big man. Him and KG helped the big man start to develop guard skills and shooting ability. So at the end of the day, I humbly disagree. I just think his resume is too strong in other areas. Honestly, you talk about shooting, catching and shooting off the dribble, shooting deep. You know what I'm saying? Shooting the free throws. His resume is really unmatched. Let's be real. His resume is unmatched. Anybody can say what they want to say. No, somebody got to have weakness, and if he didn't really shoot the mid-range jumper like that, or he didn't really show up like he supposed to do in championship and Western Conference Finals, whatever, so be it. Or he had help from Kevin Durant. Well, they won it, but without Kevin Durant, you can say, well, they didn't have Kyrie and Kevin Love. It is what it is. They was the first jump shooting team to really win a championship. And that was because of him. And also, he had a great partner in Klay Thompson. So that together they evolved the NBA. You can't leave Klay out. Klay was just as good a shooter as Steph. Together they evolved the NBA game. And Klay, his defense and his versatility allowed Steph to do a lot of what he's doing. So you can't say Steph's the greatest without really mentioning Klay. Kind of saying like Michael Jordan, can't mention Michael without Scottie. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. But I definitely disagree. I think Steph is already surpassed, even though if he's not that great in the game-winning category, so be it. He had a lot of big shots in the regular season, so that is what it is. So let me know what you guys think. Also, if you guys didn't know, people was crying about Grand Theft Auto. Maybe I'll make a video on it later. People crying about Grand Theft Auto. They coming out with a trilogy with GTA 3, San Andreas, Vice City. It'll be out December 11th digitally, and November 11th digitally. Hard copies December 7th. That's going to be hard. Let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel on my social media subscription. Reach out anytime. If you want to advertise the channel, video call, chop it up. Want to make a financial donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Best way to donate. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, hit the bell icon on notification, increase your chance to get the notification when I go live or drop a video. Peace.